Beyond All Reason is a totally unique, open source, real-time strategy game where you fight as drones, as robots, as two separate factions in 16-player or even more lobbies. That is 8v8 combat, fighting with other commanders trying to destroy their base, build a sufficient economy to fuel the war that you will need to take the fight to the enemy. Fighting alongside teammates, you are forced to base build, share resources, share units, and communicate with your team whilst keeping your cool in these old school style lobbies. This is truly a unique game, and I want to show you on this channel this week why I love Beyond All Reason and why I think you should check out this free-to-play game. So shut the front door, lock in, and get the coffee ready, boys, because it requires a 200 IQ to understand this game. Let's check it out. Today I'm going to share with you a few games that I've played since returning to Beyond All Reason, because this game has never been more popular than it is right now. It's always a great time to join a game when there's a big influx of new players, because then you can learn. It gives you plenty of other noobs to fight against. Really excellent about this game is that it runs on its PvP scene primarily. There are tournaments with paid prizes, close to $1,000 I believe one of the prize pots was. Drop us a sub and drop us a like if you're a fan of RTS or checking out new games like this. Really helps the channel out. Later on this week I am going to be dropping a cast of a full pro game. It's a 1 hour long game as well, which really shows you what the game is like in the latter stages. You know, these games should give you a good flavour of the diversity in gameplay that you could see in Beyond All Reason. First map here, there is a bombing run going on, and this player McDoodle, he is occupied, so I use this opportunity to destroy his front line and begin a push on his commander and his base. His bombing run went quite well against my compatriot here, Spooky Scary Skeleton. Also a very good player. McDoodle also a very good player, but I caught him out here with his commander. The commander goes up, and I know that's worth 1,000 metal. Not that much at this point of the game. We are actually at the 30-minute mark, I believe. 24-minute mark, I can't quite see it. Yeah, I'm about to make the advance on this orange base, because in this game, gaps get closed quickly in good high-skill lobbies like this one is. And I must admit, I am not the best player of this game, but when I see an opportunity, I can push it. So I use this opportunity to flatten his base, trying to reset him and get his economy back down to 0 so that he's less of a threat to the south and myself, because their yellow player, Rumble Crush, is an absolute beast. He's ahead in economy, he's a very, very good player, and our top zombie, also a very good player. So I'm trying to sort of buy time for our north player, our blue player, to win. In this game, red and blue, they will be on the opposing teams, of course, but they will both be high-skill players. So in this match, where I'm not really the best player, my job is to hold the line or exploit, keep the attention around me, and make sure that I do not leak, that I do not let someone come through our battle line and destroy our backline, our bases. As you can see, I'm doing quite well on the damage here in this match. I've performed quite well, which is not like me. Usually I'm one of the weak links and people press on me and I get destroyed, but I do a fighting retreat here with these tier 3 Shivas, and because the enemy is so balled up, I can do more damage to them than he can do to me because I spread my units. I must say that my macro game and my economic game is terrible in this game, but I feel like I'm pretty good at micromanaging, you know, the smaller movements to do maximum damage, to avoid fire, to get around the enemy, to surround a commander. And really cool here, I just wanted to highlight there that my radar, my advanced radar, which I sneaked up on that mountain, gave me early warning, and I am able to launch an epic bulwark defense, which is one of my favorite things to do in this game because I suck so bad. I'm not a high skill player, but I can hold an epic defense. As you can see here, teammates coming in to help too against their top level player, one of their top level players. Rumble Crush is an excellent player. But we've got fire flying around, plasma fire, laser fire, and even the air units are coming to help. You see those rockets flying in from green there, it's helping me out too. What a bro. Skeleton was a great guy to hold the lane with here. and we manage to repel this attack, and I am then going to exploit this situation, and rather than reclaiming the metal, I am going to bring these guys back to life and send them back against the enemy. Now, they're pushing bottom south again with McDoodle. He managed to get his units back online. I think he was gifted some units by Rumble Crush, the yellow player here. He's going for the bottom south line. We managed to repel this, and in the meantime I'm resurrecting as many units as I can. But look north, look at what the blue player on our team has managed to build up here. Such a huge artillery battery. That is a long-range plasma cannon, not the end game one, but some very powerful ones, and as you can see he's got more than 6 here. That will be enough for the team to resign because it can bombard their base from the distance. But as you see there, even when you're playing this game, sometimes defending and just holding the line is all you need to do. Now this is a very different game we've got here on Supreme Isthmus. It used to be called Supreme Strait. You might recognize this map from other games, the previous Supreme Commander, I believe it is, Total Annihilation. I can't remember which one it is, but I wanted to share this game because I'm playing at the front line on this chokepoint map, and we are managing to run past the enemy and do damage to commanders, take a commander out here, in fact. And in fact, we catch this commander. He's not paying attention. Maybe he's looking back at his base, building something, and pop he goes. Boom goes the dynamite, they say. But check this cool guy out here, Sniper, really just hammering the units from afar. It's a tier 2 Armada bot unit. Sniper hits really hard, and it's a good counter for many units. Can snipe commanders or incredibly powerful tanks, Razors even, Razorbacks. That's a tier 3 unit. But here we are, now that the front has gone down, you really have to rush and push and try and seize the momentum. So in we go now to take out this base, including all these windmills, metal extractors, the mexas, and their commander manages to degun and stop this. So here we have an enemy base again. These guys are really in retreat at this point. We just need to drive the knife to really finish them off. We're going to snipe this commander again, and boom, that will take out a lot of units with it, so you've really got to be mindful of that. But here I am showing you what I mean about micromanagement being really important. I've managed to get past with just 2 units, but I'm going to be able to take out so many of these windmills and economic buildings and really do damage to Einar here, who is also a very good player. But yeah, I just managed to slip past him and do economic damage. So that's why in this game both the macro play and the micro plays are really important here. And here's the game winning moment where the commanders go up in flames. The northern team decide to call it quits here because they are losing all over the place, and once the front goes down, everything's going down. Doesn't matter how well your eco or air player is playing, they're going down. This last game here, I wanted to show the importance of map awareness. This map is interesting. There's no sound, unfortunately, because this is the moon and there is no air, but I noticed that they were really mobbing and trying to run over this player here, 8D gun, but I came out of my lane to sort of help him. And what this does is it ends up with us being able to clean up their commander. Straight away they jump on it and start eating the metal to produce more units. At this point I'm not quite sure how far I can get in, but we do pick up the second commander and then I withdraw because I don't want to lose my lane. This is a really cool incident here. I'm not sure which player this is. It might be McDoodle again, but he sets a command for his robots to walk backwards and forwards to avoid the artillery fire, and you see it works. They're able to defend, hold the line, and distract the artillery with it. Here comes a tank roll push, one of my favourite kinds of attacks, but look, as the wrecks build up on the battlefield, the tanks struggle to move, so he has to come in and absorb them all, eat all the metal up and put it back into his war machine so he can keep that push going. But Orange handles this very well. These bots can't really compete with the mobility and the damage that the tanks put out. Center line needs some help, so I come out of my lane again to try and help with this. A commander does go down, but the enemy doesn't quite have enough to really drive the knife and complete this push here. So I decide to return to my lane, and thank goodness that I prepared an anti-leak field of turrets and my units are there to clean them up. Really good there, and the brown player here also coming to help me. I'm pink here, and yeah, good teamwork and map awareness on our side is going to bring us the victory in this game. But it's really all about how the sauce is made in this game. There's just so many plays that you can make, so many types of units. You can switch from one faction to the other by asking your friends to send you a constructor from the other faction. He's trying to rush me with ticks here. That's not going to be able to do anything against my electricity tanks, the Jaguars. Really cool, nice raiding unit. One of my favorite units to use as Armada, the Jaguar electricity tank. Very cool. But as you can see, the enemy's starting to go down here, so the southern push up north comes through. Bases are targeted, backlines are targeted, because if you can deny their metal, they can't produce units. We've got a commander here. If he goes down, the base goes down, and I think that will be the case. His health is going down quite quick. Here I come with a little push of my southern units just to make sure that commander goes down. He does. I avoid the explosion, and that is GG right there, boys. Really good fun games there. If you want to check out Beyond All Reason, that is a good slice of what you can look forward to. Thrice as nice, 3 games there to whet your appetite for Beyond All Reason. Checking out the Discord would be a good place to start, especially here in 2025, where there aren't really that many good games coming out this year. This is definitely something to sink your teeth into. Future is really bright for this game. It is good fun. Chances are you haven't heard of it. And if you did enjoy this video and checking out Beyond All Reason today, drop us a sub, drop us a like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, lads. That's a Grinch Sneed, baby.